Welcome back to Car Brand Infos. Oh, I have to tell you, wonderful news where there's spy shots now of the new Mazda CX-5, which is most likely going to be released as a 2026 or maybe a 2027 model. Look, I try to keep up with these things as much as I can. Just have the one shot of the vehicle, which was obviously breaking news from Carbuzz, who ended up getting this shot. And kudos to them for, I guess, being a little bit of a stalker with Mazda to try to see when this vehicle was going to hit and what kind of news are we looking at about the CX-5. Is it going to be bigger than the current one? Is it the same size? The front facial on this, when you look at it, looks very similar to the CX-70, the CX-90 here in the States, as well as the CX-60 and CX-80 over in Europe. Now, this is the Mazda CX-5, I believe, is a global car from Mazda. It has transformed their company with their SkyActiv technology and everything. It was their first full SkyActiv technology when the vehicle was released originally. This is going to be the third generation of the CX-5. I can only imagine that interior-wise, hopefully, is going to be upgrade even further than what it is, which the CX-5 currently, if you've ever been in one, driven one, is a really solid vehicle, one of the most solid vehicles that you could purchase here in the United States. SUV wise, it just delivers, even though it's a little bit older, and I think it's been currently on the market for almost eight to 9 years now, since Mazda came out with the design that it currently has. They did some front facial and rear changes, I think, in 2022, and now we're going to see the redesign of the vehicle. Now, the big secret is what's going to be underneath the hood. What's the powertrain going to be on this vehicle? And, you know, just a few months ago, Mazda had released that they're working on another generation of SkyActiv Z. Okay, they have these alphabet things going for their powertrains, which is a new powertrain, which is supposed to clean things up, be better combustible, burning better for the environment. Hopefully can deliver with power as well. The current powertrains that exist currently in the CX-5 is Mazda's 2.5G SkyActiv engine, which is a large, basically 4-cylinder with 187 horses. And then you have their 2.5 turbo, which is the second powertrain for the CX-5. And most of their lineup here in the United States use these two powertrains, except for the 90 and the 70. But this is supposed to be, I think, their 8th generation platform, which is supposed to be an all new platform. So it's not going to be related to their Gen 7, which used currently in the Mazda 3, CX-30, Mazda 3 hatchback, or the platform currently, which is used for, which is still a Gen 7, which is for the 70 and the 90. But so this is supposed to be an all new platform. It's going to be an all in-house hybrid system offered on this vehicle as well from Mazda, like the 70 and 90. When I say like those, I don't mean the exact same powertrain, but meaning that those were in-house. The CX-50, which is Mazda's compact SUV, which borrowed Toyota's hybrid system for that vehicle, basically, which was, I guess, refined or tweaked for Mazda's liking. So that is a joint partnership for that one, but the CX-5 will not have that. It's supposed to be all in-house from Mazda. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of range with the plug-in. Is it going to be cleaned up a little bit better than what we've seen with the 90 and the 70? Being that the 90 was Mazda's first hybrid system here in the United States. And obviously, you know, there was recalls the first year. Some things had to be tweaked. They cleaned up some things and then rolled out the 70 a year later, and basically using the same system, but had already tweaked these things at the factory. But let's see what the new CX-5 is going to look like once they reveal this thing, which would be sometime probably later this year. Hopefully we'll get to see it in its true skin without the camouflage all over it. And then interior wise, I really hope that they've gone above and beyond for this vehicle, because the CX-5 has been Mazda's baby for a really long time. And so it's a car that a lot of Americans really like. It's solid, solid on safety, solid on reliability, upscale interior, beautiful exterior design, all-wheel drive system, solid across the board. There's a lot of pluses for the CX-5. The negatives would have been size. Obviously, the Honda CR-V, RAV4 and them have gotten slightly bigger over the years, as they compete with one another, and the American brands, the Chevy Equinox, which is slightly bigger, and now also the new Subaru Forester, also slightly bigger. So the CX-5 is lacking in that size, and so hopefully it's going to be somewhat comparable to those other models in the compact SUV. Now here's the kicker. Now you have the CX-50, which is slightly bigger than the CX-5, but that car was really designed, that vehicle was actually designed for a different purpose, and it still is very elegant, very masculine face. So it's a very attractive vehicle. The CX-5 was definitely designed more on the luxury side, super quiet, just sturdy, a solid vehicle, almost like a tank. And so let's see what Mazda is going to reveal to us, hopefully this fall at the LA Auto Show or something. Maybe we'll get to see a peek, and let's hope that they can still deliver. They've been delivering some quite beautiful designs lately, and this is going to be telling to see how the CX-5 goes from here, and the new platforms, and if it's going to be paired up with the new powertrain, the Skyactiv Z. If so, what kind of power, fuel economy? Those are going to be the main questions that the press is going to be asking, as well as myself. And so, but if I had to imagine, if it's going to be coming out and within a year or maybe 8 months from now, it may have the current powertrain lineup, which is the two Skyactiv G motors, the 2.5 and 2.5 turbo for the CX-5. And that turbo packs quite a bit of power. You're talking about 256 horses with 320 foot-pounds of torque. That's quite a bit in the industry, especially for that segment. When you look at all the brands, whether it's luxury or non-luxury, not a lot of them is packing that kind of punch. And for the prices that you can get, it's pretty an impressive vehicle for the money. So if you got 40 grand and you're looking in that segment, you may want to look at the Mazda CX-5 currently. If you're not in the market right now, and maybe you're leasing, and maybe your vehicle will be coming to an end soon, you might be able to even jump into one of these new ones once they hit the market. But thank you guys for tuning in. And as soon as I get more information on the new generation CX-5, I will absolutely update you guys. So please keep tuning in. Please subscribe, and thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it.